Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So I wanted to do a video today based on working on our own personal self-talk. So a lot of people want to go into certain situations such as eating poorly or things that happen that they don't necessarily want to happen in their lives as seen as that action needs to change. Well, it's not necessarily the action that needs to change first, it's more importantly the way we handle the situations mentally and how we discuss ourselves to ourselves that we need to work on first. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing is, most importantly, the thing that you have to remember is that our minds don't record us making bad choices necessarily. What they record is our own personal interpretation or how we opinionize ourselves after the actual scenario happens. So for example, you're strolling by a bakery, right? And it says there's a sale on, but you didn't really stop for the sale. You stopped for the smell. So you walk in there, you end up getting half a dozen donuts, and what happens? You go to your car, and unfortunately 5 seconds later somehow they were inhaled into your mouth, and now the poopy thoughts begin. And I'm saying poopy because I can't get away with cursing anymore, and I'm sure you guys are happy about that. So the poopy thoughts begin. First of all, you say, I'm such a loser. I always fail. I always do this every time. I'll never conquer this whole weight loss thing. I'm just unsuccessful. I can't do this. And then of course you feel like a piece of crap and you tell yourself that you're a piece of crap and you just feel overall down and out about it. See? How would these thoughts help you? They won't. First of all, we have to change the way we respond to the actions as far as how we talk to ourselves before the actions will ever change. Chances are you've probably been applying this type of negative self-talk to all aspects of your life. For instance, you took a test and you did really bad on it. And you always say, you say afterwards, you say, I just suck at taking tests. I'll never do good at tests. I'm really good at this, but I just am not that great at taking tests. So I always do bad. When you miss a deadline at work, you're thinking, oh man, I'm getting slower every day. I always miss deadlines at work. My boss is probably right. I need to get my life together. I can't keep up with the way I used to. Something's going on in my life. It's just, I feel like such a failure. I probably don't even deserve the promotion I want. The all famous one that I hear so many times. You burn dinner and you say, I always burn dinner. Everybody chimes in the family and says, you always doing this, you always doing that. So not only is everybody hitting you with that negative talk, but you're also believing it and starting to say these things about yourself. You say, I'll never be a good cook, I'll never do this right, I'll never, and so therefore, what happens? You're never a good cook and you always burn things because it's just the mentality you have. Sounds like nonsense, right? I know, but I bet one of those things you say all the time. We all do. We have been unfortunately conditioned over time to continuously blame ourselves if anything goes wrong. You can't ever, I'm not saying blame everybody else, but you can't take the blame for everything that just naturally happens in the world. Now that we've talked about this, you're probably going to begin to realize and that you make these statements quite a bit. And unfortunately, it's a bad habit. Not only is it a bad habit, but it will affect your overall state of being in life. Your successes, your challenges, and where you want to go in life. So the important thing is that you notice what's happening and you correct it right away. You say, you know what? We have to change the words around a little to be able to fuel positive outcomes in the circumstances in which aren't that favorable of outcomes. Negative self-talk can be extremely damaging and nowhere near as good as positive self-talk. So for instance, like with the donuts. So instead of saying all those poor things and feeling bad about yourself, you should say, hey, this isn't like me. You know, it's not like me to make bad health decisions. It's not like me to make poor food decisions. I want and will make better decisions in the future, and it's like me to make healthier choices. It's like me to be strong. And as far as the cooking goes, it's not like me to burn everything. It's not like me to not be able to cook good food. Everyone likes my cooking. And let's be completely honest, if you're cooking, that's because somebody likes what you cook. As far as the job's concerned, it's not like me to be late on a deadline. I am a really great, loving, awesome, powerful employee. It's like me to be valued by my employer because, well, let's be completely honest with myself. I'm a valuable employee and I'm a very hard worker. Have you ever noticed well, take a look at what we were just saying. And you're probably thinking, well, that's kind of weird. Why would I want to do that in a bad situation? Well, first of all, what do you do when you experience somebody that's going through hardship or a hard time or they screwed up? What do? You console them. What does consoling them mean? Well, say somebody screwed up at work or they got fired or something like that. You always say, don't worry, it's just a mistake. It doesn't happen every time. You're a really good employee. You'll find a better position, or you'll find this, or you'll find that. Or if somebody ate bad and stuff like that and they feel bad, what do? You console them. So why aren't you doing that to yourself? Exactly. You should be. You really should be, because if you're constantly doing these things to yourself, think about the image you're projecting about yourself to others. So if your boss is saying those things about you, it could be very well because you're saying these things about yourself. If you're constantly saying, I'm a bad employee, I'm always late, or always screwing up or something like that, how is anybody else going to get a different image about you? You are yourself, and you yourself are projecting that type of negativity out into the world, as well as you're bringing it into your world as well. So you got to stop doing that. Maybe you messed up. That's okay. Think about it. It's all right. Every single situation that we go through in life is a new and amazing chance to succeed. It really is. And if you constantly are trying to live through your past failures, then you're going to be doing nothing but talking to yourself negatively. Okay? We all fail, we all fall, and that's okay. However, every failure is a learning experience on how to get closer. I want you guys to practice these things. Please put your comments in the below. Tell me a recent situation in which you felt bad about yourself and you started negatively damaging yourself through self-talk. Now talk to me also in the comment section below and tell me how you could switch those words. Start practicing it, and I'm saying this literally. I've been practicing it myself over the last couple months, and it makes me feel really good. Just simple situations that I've been in myself was I forgot something and I went to the gym and I go, I always forget something. It's such a screw up. Why do I do this? And I go, you know what? No. I said, no, it's not like me. It's not a big deal. It's not like me to forget things. I'm really smart. I'm not forgetful. You know, all these things. Because if you start saying those things on a regular basis, you start feeling better about yourself. And if you start feeling better about yourself, people are going to feel better about you too. So I think it's important that we focus on these things. You guys have a beautiful day. Please, if you like our channel, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, click the notifications in the description below, or right next to the description below. Check out our links and have a beautiful day. Be stronger than your excuses, and remember to spread love, not hate. Peace.